Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of the NYLA Podcast. Hope you guys are off to a great spring. Spring cleaning's got to be underway, hopefully at home and in your youth group. Today we have a very special opportunity to listen to four very gifted youth pastors throughout our country. The first one we're going to have today is going to be Josh Martin, who is in Largo, and he's going to talk about some leadership tips that he wanted to share with you. Also, we're going to have Josh Geiselman, who's going to talk about websites. So if you guys want to do some spring cleaning with your websites, Josh has a lot of information. He's going to give you some context with that as well. John Hernan's going to stop by, and he's going to talk about lighting. John actually runs like a side business with lighting, so he's an expert at it. He does a great job, can hook you up and get you really connected with the proper lighting that will be effective in your locations. And we're going to finish off with Russell Hall, who has some very creative ideas about the latest trends that are happening in student ministry. Be blessed.
He's at Harvest Temple Church in Largo, Florida. And my piece of advice that I'd like to pass on is sort of goes along with a quote that I heard from John Maxwell one time. He says that if you're leading and no one's following, you're just out for a walk. So several years ago, I got tired of walking alone. So what I decided to do was I had to multiply myself through my youth leaders. And a good leader will find a way to work themselves out of a job.
This is John Herndon, Jam Session Student Ministries out of Crystal River, Florida. And just wanting to bring up to the table and challenge everybody and all youth leaders to advance in technology. One of my favorite highlights is lighting, but between lighting, sound, all that takes place, you can utilize it to target your youth and bring out the best of what you do and give God glory. Lighting is unique because you cut everything else and create an atmosphere where youth can focus center stage, and they look at you and they listen to you in a whole new level. So look into that, check into that. You can always contact me and take your sound lighting to another level, and you'll see students get a little bit more excited. My contact is crcog4@embarkmail.com. That's embarqmail.com. And one of the things that's a highlight, a lot of youth pastors are utilizing, even senior pastors, you can market as LED lighting. It's cost effective. One, it saves you energy. It doesn't cut the AC units on because there's no heat. And you can mix 2,000 colors, make it strobe. It's amazing what you can do with just 3 or 4 lights on your youth stage. You can create a concert stage. So you can type and Google that, look at some LED lighting. You can see what it does. And if you can't get a hold of it, you can give me a call or email me with that email address, and I'll give you the info you need. But check it out. Do something new, something fresh in your youth room.
Have you ever just gone to different youth groups' websites and wished, man, I wish I had something that cool for my youth group? Well, essentially, you can for about $60. You get a Flash template, and with the right software, you can have a top-of-the-line website for merely nothing. Web hosting is about $100. As long as you have that youth worker that will help you keep it updated, essentially, you could have a great website for an affordable price. I know a lot of you are probably like, where do I find these websites at to get these templates? Well, if you go into a Google search and type in a Flash website template. Now, Flash is the animated type of internet site. It's where it's got the sounds and the clicks and the motion that goes along with it. And you go, there's one called Template Monster. Essentially, you could buy just a random template for $60, or you could buy the rights to the template for about $1,000. But I find out not too many people have the same template. So it's a good thing to go to get that. Some of the different programs to use to edit that website template is Adobe Flash or Fireworks. And you can get those 30-day trial or find somebody that has that will work with you to help you update and edit that template. So I hope that helps.
Hi, I'm Russell Hall, youth pastor here in Cleveland, Tennessee at Mount Olive Church of God. I just want to talk to you about one of the recent surveys came out about teenagers and why they attend a youth group. The highest rated reason why was they're looking for a place to where they belong. So in our last staff meeting with all of our youth leaders, we discussed that amongst ourselves, asking how can we make each teenager feel like they belong in our youth ministry. So we devised a plan that at every point of contact that our teenagers come in, from the first time when they pull up in the parking lot, when they get out of their vehicle, we're going to have an adult leadership team member there greeting them, telling them welcome, until when they come inside the door to registration, they'll be greeted there also, to when they post-service, when they go afterwards, playing on the games, we'll have an adult there making a contact with them, all the way to the cafe. At every point in contact, a teenager comes in into the ministry there at our place of worship, then we are going to make it a point in contact to make them feel like they belong. One of the other things that we do to help our students feel like they belong and feel ownership is that every quarter we come up with a theme night, and it's ran just by our students. Of course, we meet with the students in pre-meetings before the event, but they plan the whole event out. For instance, on a theme night, was one of the recent ones we did was 80s nights. The teens came up with that idea. They planned the whole service out. They invited their friends. It was a great tool because they went to school and says, "Man, you can't believe we're going to be doing an 80s night." So their friends came out for that special night. One of the new ones that we're working on right now, the teens are coming up with it all by themselves, is a country western night. And we put it into their hands, and the things that they're doing right now is they're coming up with a short 2-minute or less commercial video that they can take and put in the hands of their kids. They're doing all the editing, everything themselves. So it's a great way to get your kids involved and make them feel like they're a part and make them feel like they belong. Hope this can help you in your ministry.